Struggling to make your raster data actually look good in GeoServer? You've uploaded it, but it is just a dull grayscale mess. In this video, I'll show you how to add raster layers to GeoServer and transform them into stunning, styled maps using SLD step by step. So let's get started. So first, you need to have your GeoServer installed in your computer. If you don't, make sure to check out another video which I showed you how to install GeoServer in your local computer. I may leave the link in the description, but also you can just check out in my channel and you'll be able to follow along and install GeoServer to your computer. So first things first, we need to run GeoServer and ensure that it is up and running in the browser. So here you can see that my GeoServer is in the local disk C program files under GeoServer folder, and so I need to go to my bin folder, and then here I need to click on Start Up Batch, and this is going to enable GeoServer to start running on my local machine. So after it has finished, I would like to now go to the browser and ensure that I run the link for GeoServer. Okay, so it may take a little time. If you are running for the first time, it will take some few seconds to run or some few minutes, and then it will tell you that the main server has started and it took this time to run. So here I'm going to my browser and I just need to type in as localhost 8080/GeoServer, and this is going to open GeoServer in the browser. Make sure you include or you put the necessary credentials that you use to log in. Okay, so GeoServer is here and running. Now you need to click on login. Make sure you put your admin username as admin and the password as the password that you used, and then here I'm just going to click on login, and then you can see here that I have my GeoServer up and running. I can see the welcome message, I can see the status, I can see the data sources, and so on and so forth. I can also see the data, the layers, the stores, and the workspaces. These are default workspaces that come when you install GeoServer, so some testing data if GeoServer is actually working fine. So for our case, the first thing is we need to create a workspace. So if you just click on workspaces here under data, it is going to open up the workspaces that already exist. So you can see here that I have the GIS developer site, it.geosolutions, NURC, and so on and so forth. So this is the GIS developer workspace that I created, and this is what I'm intending to actually use. But if you want to create a new workspace, just click on new, add new workspace here. If you click on this, it's going to prompt you to enter the name of the workspace and the URL. So here you can just type in as test workspace, and then the URL could be just something like google.com, something like that. You can also make this workspace as default or isolated workspace. If you want to make it default, you can just click on this one and this will make it default. If you do that, then you click on save, and this is going to create a test workspace. It says the namespace URI already exists, so we cannot use this URL. Maybe you can do something like test like that. Then you click on save, and this is going to save your test workspace as you can see it here. Anyway, so for my case, I will be using GIS developer workspace. So if I just click on that one, I can make it default if I like, since I didn't make it when I was creating it. So you can click default workspace to make it default. And then there are some things that you need to do. If you go to your, let's just go to workspaces and go to test. If you click on test, you can see here under settings, we have not enabled the services here for WMS, WCS, FS, and MS. So if you want to do that, which I'll recommend you doing it, because you are going to add the WMS layers, you need to click on enable, and then you'll go ahead and just enable all these features here like that, and then you can just click on apply and save. Okay, so here if I go to, since I didn't do this while showing you how to do it, it says that the test workspace already exists and we cannot edit because we had already done so. So anyway, if I just go to my workspace here and click on GeoServer developer, make sure that you enable it to WMS and so on and so forth. And here I can just make it default like that, and then I click on save, and then you can see that it has been ticked here as my default workspace. Okay, initially it was site, but now we have GeoServer developer as my default workspace. So the next thing is that you need to add the store. So here you need to go to stores like this, and stores, you need to create a new store, but you can see we have several stores here. So click on add new store, and this is where we actually add our data. So let's say you want to add your vector data. You need to select the directory of your spatial files and takes a directory of shapefiles and exposes it as a data store. So if you have a single shapefile, you can just add a shapefile here. You just click, and this will help enable you to upload a single shapefile. If you want to upload several shapefiles, which technically should be in one folder, you need to go in the directory of your shapefiles, and then you need to upload them as a single file with all those shapefiles that you want to add. The next one is the raster data sources, and here, but there you can also connect to PostGIS if you want to connect GeoServer to PostGIS. Let's say maybe you are creating a web application and you want to use GeoServer together with PostGIS. You can do that by connecting to PostGIS, so that it will fetch data from PostGIS, and then you can use that link for the specific data that you are using to link it between the front end and your back end through the GeoServer as your API. Okay, so then the next one is the raster data sources, which is which refers to raster datasets that you can use this category here to upload your raster data, and this is what we are going to use. So depending on the format that you use to save your folder or your file, let's say maybe it's a GeoTIFF or a GeoPackage, then you just need to click on this, and this will enable you to navigate to where you have saved and then upload that as a raster file. So for my case, I'm using a GeoTIFF, so I just need to click on GeoTIFF, and this is going to ask where I'm supposed to link this to the specific directory where I've saved the file. So the first thing is that you need to connect to your workspace, which is already here. If not, you need to select it from the list of workspaces here. Then the data source name is supposed to be the name of your file. So for my case, I have it saved as classified _17 _22, and that is my image. Then the description, you can just say raster classified image like this, and then you need to say enabled. Then here is where you need to now navigate to where you saved your file. So you need to click on browse, and this is going to open a URL from GeoServer itself, and here you can navigate to any folder that you saved your work. So for my case, I have it in the local disk C under the LULC like this, and here you can see that I got to my classified image. So if I click on that, it will update the link, and then I can just say apply and save like that. So if I do that, I need to go to layers to publish the layer. For example, if I go to layers right now, I cannot see the classified image yet because I have not yet published to the layers. So to do that, you need to go to your layers here. So you have the layers, so go to layers, and under this you need to add new layer, and here you need to add layer from the workspace that you need to choose. So here you can see that I have my GeoServer developer classified image. So if I click on that, you can see it says that on stores you can also create a new coverage view by merging different coverages as a multi-bands coverage. Okay, if you want, you can do that, but here I just want to publish my image to the layers here. So to do that, you can see that I have the action as publish. So click on publish, and this is going to open up some settings for especially for the data, and you can see here that we have the bounds, the bounding box, which is the XY for latitude longitude from both sides of the image. If not, you need to compute from the data, and it will do that automatically. You can also compute from the native bounds, and then you need to leave everything as default. If you already have yours filled in as mine, you just need to click on save and apply. But if you go to publishing here, publishing, you can see that we have some other things that we can actually do here on the publishing, but I'll show you just in a minute. For now, let's just go ahead and then click on save and apply, and then this will automatically now save layer to our layers. So if you scroll down, you can see that here we have our classified image 1722 under this workspace GeoServer developer, and then we have the layer, the store as this one. If you like to preview if you have managed to upload the image or publish the layer, you need to go to layer preview here, and the layer preview, you need to scroll down and navigate to where we have your image. So mine is as classified. Then I need to click on OpenLayers, and this is going to open up my image as this one. So you can see that we only have an image, but with the background which is black. Of course, we have managed to upload, but we don't have the colors or the styles yet. So this is what we are going to do next. So the next thing is that we need to actually add the styles to our map, and then we can actually visualize it. To do that, you need to have your QGIS opened, or let's say ArcMap, but I will recommend that you use QGIS because it's quite easier to use if you want to save the colors. In my previous video, I showed you how you can classify this image with these colors as here, and my purpose was that you know how to do this so that we can export those colors to use in GeoServer, because this is the exact image that I have uploaded in my GeoServer. So to do that, we need to right click on the layer and then go to properties. Under properties, you can see that we have symbology, and these are the colors that we put together with the labels for our legend. So down here, you can see that we have the style, and this is going to help us export these styles, and we can use those styles to GeoServer and style our image just in GeoServer. So to do that, just click on style, and here you can see that we have the save style. So click on save style, and you need to change the style file format here as SLD, which is the file format used to save the layers or the styles that we can use inside GeoServer. So just click on SLD style file, and then you can navigate to where you want to save the file. So I'll be going to my file, to my styles here, and I can just change this to something like new styles like this, and then click on enter, and then I can just click on OK here. Click on OK, and this way we shall have saved our files for the style. So if I go here, go to my local disk C, go to my folder like this, open the folder, go to styles, you can see that I have my new styles.sld file, and this is what we are going to upload to GeoServer so that we can style our map. This is a very important step. If you miss this, you'll be wondering why your image is still black and yet you have done everything right. So go back to your GeoServer here. Since we have created our styles, you need to go to styles like this, and you need to click on add a new style here. Then you need to give it a name. So remember, ours is new styles like this, and then you need to choose the workspace as GIS developer, depending on the workspace that you created. Since mine is GIS developer, and then the format obvious is SLD. Make sure that you are using SLD, and here the style content is where we need now to upload our file. Else you can generate from file, or you can just copy from file, but we need to choose the file. So we need to go to navigate to where you have saved our raster styles, and then you can see we have our new styles.sld. Then open, and this is going to allow us now to upload the styles. So after we've uploaded the styles, you can see that we have the styles here uploaded, and you can see that we have the built up, the bare land, cropland, forest, and so on. it means also that you can actually edit here. This is just some code that you can edit to change everything that you like to get. Let's say maybe labels, colors, and so on and so forth. So we are not going to do anything since we have already done this in QGIS. We only need to now click on preview the legend, and you can see this is how our legend is going to look like. So we have the built up bareland, cropland, forest, grassland, just as we have it here in QGIS. Okay, so this is what we have here, and so the legend is correct, which means that our code is actually working. So the next thing is just need to validate this, and you can see when we validate, it says that no validation errors. If it gives you errors, it means that you have some missing, let's say colons, semicolons, or some typo here. Just go through your code and make sure that everything is correct. Okay, so I click on save, and then everything will be there. So you can see under styles, we have our new styles from our workspace, which is the GIS developer as we expected. Okay, so the next thing is that we need to go back to layers. So we need to go back to layers. So click on layers, and then we need to go to layer. Under the name of the layer here, we need to click on this layer, and then remember I was going to publishing. So go to publishing, and then scroll down to publishing. Here you can see the layer settings, and the layer settings is what we need to change for the styles. You can see, so right now we have default style as raster, but we need to navigate to add our new styles. You can see they are already here as just developer workspace, and the new styles as our style. So click on that, and then it will populate your legend, and then you only need to say apply and save. So after you've done that, everything is now set. So if you go back to your OpenLayers here, you just need to refresh this, and then you can see that we have our image, and you can zoom in, zoom out, pan around, and also click to some places, and you can see that we only have this as our legend, as our table for the data. Okay, so this is it. I hope you have learned something from this, and if you have any questions, just leave the comment and I would like to respond to your question. This is the procedure. You also need to follow along so that you make sure that you have your GeoServer and everything for the images, or if you are using rasters, is fine. Okay, so thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and I see you in the next one.